Hello, Morgan. Does this all look right? Yes, ish.
Hasn't.
Huh?
I'm delayed.
You're delayed, but does this look right?
Yes.
Okay.
Your hair?
Like this.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I'm ready.
Yep.
All right. Hi. This is Nothing But Anarchy. I brought a magic wand today because I wore this shirt. We're gonna start having the book here. Morgan, can we have the book here? Can we try to keep it in a good condition? This is the last hardcover book I have with a cup with this on it. I've taken this off of all of them.
Okay. Why?
I just think it looks better without it.
Oh.
It's a long story. I mean, that's it. That's a short story, but that's the truth. Okay. Yeah, it occurred to me that at this point, those reels have been viewed probably approaching, I don't know, 400,000 or 500,000 times.
Yeah.
In mass, and I could have had my book here the whole time, and I didn't even think about it.
Okay.
What?
Well, in that case, I don't know if when we cut the reel, because this
If
is
it'll be
wide
in it?
right now. It's gonna be.
Oh.
I didn't know that was what.
Well, yeah. Let's see what we can do.
Okay.
We'll see what we can do. That's not the point of this moment, though. This moment, all right. So I'm gonna jump right in, and I'm going to. We're gonna start with the reel that's gonna come out of this one. So, cheaters. When you tell your partner that you have cheated, why do you do that? Cheaters who confess to their cheating, why do you confess? Why do you tell your person that you've cheated on them? I'm asking that question because I was watching Terry Crews on Club Shay Shay, and this has now become a Club Shay Shay review podcast.
It really has. It's kind of funny.
That's what the whole podcasting sphere has become. But I was watching Terry Crews on Club Shay Shay, and as usual, it is a fantastic interview. Shannon Sharpe is great at this, and I think part of being great at this is just he gets the right guest at the right time who has something to say, and he gets out of the way. He gives them the right rope to keep going, and he gets out of the way and he lets them go, and they don't feel judged. But I'm asking cheaters. I'm asking why, and by cheaters I mean anyone who has cheated, which is basically everybody. Why those of you who tell your person, who reveal to your person later, not because they caught you in something, not because they went through your shit and found something, not because they heard it through the grapevine, not because a friend told them, not because they had a feeling, whatever. The people who confess to your cheating, the people who mess around with somebody, go on a trip and do some shit, mess with the coworker, go on site for a production and have a girlfriend or a boyfriend on site, whatever it is. When you come clean, quote unquote, why do you do that? I'm asking. Okay, Terry Crews goes on Club Shay Shay. From the beginning of the interview, literally from the first 5 minutes of this interview, Terry Crews is making a point to tell Shannon Sharpe that his wife of, I believe he says 34 years, has been, Terry Crews 55. So they got married when he was in his early 20s, 21, 22. He's telling Shannon Sharpe over and over again how this woman has been like a saint to him. She's been by his side, behind him through this entire ride. Every time he talks about an opportunity, going to the NFL, getting his first acting job, getting his TV hosting jobs, whatever, he says, we. It's all about we, us. It's us, me and this woman. This is my person, my partner. He never says her name, but he keeps saying, this is my person. She's been down for me from the beginning. And I'm going to be honest, when guys tell stories like this, guys specifically, and they make a point to speak to how their lady has been down for them through, oh, we were broke together. Oh, we moved from here to here together. Oh, I couldn't give her anything. I couldn't offer her anything but my love, and she stayed by my side. And we spent 15 years being broke, and I wouldn't get a job because I had to focus on my dream, and she stayed by me. And I know when guys are telling that story, guys specifically, they think, this is why niggas suck at telling stories. They think that they are saying something complimentary of that person. They think that. They think that they're saying, oh, how much I appreciate this woman, that she would stay by my side. She knew I was the only one for her. In my opinion, they are portraying a person who was without options. They are portraying a person who did not at some point during the course of that journey think, there's another life I could be living. One where I chase my own dreams. One where I don't have to be poor with this other person to chase his dreams. And then when he goes and does an interview, he's not even going to say my name. Like, there's another path for me outside of this person. That's the story that's not being told. The story that's being told is, I never would be able to stand this high if I didn't have this person to hold my back up as I was moving forward toward it. I don't think Terry Crews is trying to be an asshole. I don't think that at all. I think he seems like a really nice person, but he doesn't understand. I don't think he understands how it comes across as he's telling the story. Okay, most of that is irrelevant to the reel that we're going to cut out of this, but this is my point of view. The reason why those stories often don't come across the way that I think people want them to is because, especially when it's a Hollywood story, there's a beat that's coming that is so predictable, and it's so predictable in the way this person is being so aggrandizing of their partner, is being so over the top, flowery, complimentary, calling her things that are in some ways not very human. Like, he doesn't use the term saint, but he presents her as a person who has just been such a pure and potent supporter of his from the beginning, right? There's a turning point that comes in each one of these stories, and you know it's coming, and it's the part where that guy cheats on his wife. And he tells us that part. You know it's fucking coming. You always know it. Every single one of these fucking Hollywood stories, sports stories, big time CEO stories, like whenever it starts off with, my wife is so incredible, we've been together so long, she's held me down through all these things, you know that what's really coming, the thing that she really held you down through, is when you cheated, which he shares. Okay. And generally the part of the story, as it is in this particular interview, where the person divulges their cheating, it comes with this almost, this tone of self-awareness, purity, groundedness, wisdom. This is it's shared as almost something that person went through, like something that happened to them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's shared as if like the person got cancer and she stayed with him through his cancer. But it was like, no, he just got some ass. So he's sharing. Whoa, my voice cracked.
That was something.
That's how you know I really mean this shit. Okay, we got to make sure we clip that. Yeah, he is sharing this story. Now I'm nervous about it. My voice cracking again. He's sharing. That was crazy. He's sharing, like, oh my God. Okay. He's telling this story, and it's like with the seriousness of a heart attack. Like, Shannon is like nodding with his eyes closed, like, yeah, man, that's really deep, bro. That's really this woman who held you down through so much, bro. Like, yeah, I can't believe. And he gets to this part that I know is supposed to be like the profound point on the story, right? Which is that he himself had to unburden by telling her what he had done, because, and again, it's like all this Uncle-y parable wisdom. It's like, I didn't want to live a double life. I wanted to feel like one singular person. I didn't want to have to, be one person here and one person there and whatever. And, I think she had suspicions, but she didn't know anything for sure. And I just wanted to be clear. I didn't want to live a double life. So it's I. And this is why I'm asking the question, cheaters. This is all for the real. I am asking you, Terry Crews person, not that part. That doesn't work. He keeps talking about why he did it for himself. I needed to be unburdened. I didn't want to live a double life. So I told my wife what I did. And since then, we've been closer than ever. It is shared as a success story. It is shared as like, I made this sacrifice to unburden my own pain and strain of living with this guilt by sharing it with my wife. And now we are better than ever, right? It leaves, and I'm genderifying it because oftentimes, at least when the stories come to light in this way, that is the man sitting in this seat and a woman sitting in this other seat. But it's not always that. Obviously, there are so many ways that cheating can happen in combination.
Women cheat too.
Women, that's right, Morgan. Women can fucking cheat too, damn it. What was that thing you said that one time? You were like, women can be lazy slobs too.
Oh, yeah.
But, okay. Let me get back to the point, because I really want to nail this shit. I'm listening to that, and I'm like, I'm listening to that, right? In my relationships of recent adulthood, like as an adult, like I have been faithful. Before that, was a cheater, straight up. And I relate to and have felt that twisting guilt, that feeling of you're never really comfortable in your seat because you're being a duplicitous person. You're keeping stories straight. You're always making up lies. Like, it sucks. It's a really bad time. It's obviously a bad time for your partner, because I do think people can tell when someone is being dishonest with them. I do think there's like, we have a feeling sometimes, but it also sucks for you as the person doing the thing. You think it's fun. Like, you're chasing a high, of course. Like, you want some ass, but also, like, you don't get to be clear. You don't get to be solid. There's something that happens that is good when you feel completely clear and solid on your feet. You move about the earth in a different way, with a different sort of confidence. When you don't have that, you move about the earth as a slithering salamander. And releasing yourself of that feeling by telling your partner what you did, it's not like that feeling just goes away. You are now giving it to another person. Now the two of you have a fucking secret. Now the two of you have shame. Now the two of you feel your partner now takes on some feeling of probably of guilt and anger and sadness and hurt and jealousy maybe and distrust and all these other feelings that come with having that shared with you. You're not like, I'm annoyed by, I know I'm genderifying it. I'm not even going to do it. Fuck it. I'm annoyed by cheating people who want to take a victory lap when they tell on themselves to somebody. Like, I'm annoyed by people who want to take a victory lap for being honest in general, but particularly when your honesty is throwing a bag of shit to somebody else to catch. And that's what I saw here. So it's like, it's a triple whammy. And it's not about Terry Crews. In fact, when we do the reel, we're going to obviously show Shannon and Terry Crews at the top. Then we're going to show only white cheaters for the rest of the video. Okay? Dead ass, though. Because that's what we're going to do. But my point is, how many times can you slap somebody up? Like, you go outside, you get some ass, right? That's an initial violation. You went and indulged because of whatever. You did it, you were untruthful about it. That's number one. That's first whammy. Second whammy, you take a 30-pound bag of shit, which is this thing that you did, and you toss it to your partner, and now they have to hold it, or y'all gotta hold it together, right? So now they're also burdened by what you've done. Now you guys have to repair and find trust again, or leave each other, or whatever the fuck's gonna happen next. Y'all gotta do that together, and your partner now has to deal with it. Then the third whammy and this is the one that I do think dudes do more often than ladies, then you fucking go on TV and tell people about it. Like, then you go try to take your victory lap for being truthful, because look how me and my wife, who stood by me through all these things, look at this other thing she stood by me through. Not being broke, not having jobs, not moving around the country, not chasing my own dreams. But on top of all that, this thing that I did to her, she also stood by me through that. And that is somehow supposed to be complimentary of her? No, it doesn't, it's not working. It's not, and if it's not working for me, then it's not working. Like, it's selfish. It's selfish. It's ego. It's like there's an entitlement to feeling clear. It's an entitlement to feeling unburdened that is extremely selfish. It's like, if someone's gonna have to hold the pain of this, it ain't gonna be me. What were his words exactly? His words were, I was tired of what? What did he say?
He was tired of, I didn't want to live in a lie anymore.
I didn't want to live in a lie anymore. Okay. I mean, like, so then what? So then you, like, instead of living in a lie, instead you are going to pull your wife into your circle of shame. It's not the act of, like, it is telling someone you cheated on them is not the act of, like, bravery and honesty that I think we have made ourselves think it is. It's not the act of, like, selflessness and giving and caring about your partner. Like, it is about the person. It is about the cheater. It is about you. Okay, that's pretty good. I think we can get a reel out of that. That was long. Oops. Okay, let's play some music, and then when we come back, we're going to talk about AI. All right, welcome back to Nothing But Anarchy. Josh broke the rules while we were listening to the music break. He asked a poignant question that's going to make us backtrack. Morgan is forgiving us. She's giving us 90 seconds.
And then 90 seconds has already started.
Okay, it's already started. So we have 60 seconds. Josh, what was the question?
So in the reverse, would you rather know that someone cheated on you or not know if someone cheated on you?
Here is my truth. Here is my absolute truth about knowing things that are going to make me feel bad. If I can truly, actually never know, like truly, like if it's never going to hit my doorstep, and that includes having to deal with it in small ways, like other people being weird or like whatever. Like if you could truly wash it out of my life, I would rather not know. I know, like, trust me, that's hard for me to say and actually stand on. But like, I think if you're gonna do it, keep it all the way out of my life. Like if you can, keep it completely out of my life. How many seconds do we have?
27.
Okay, what's your answer to that question?
What's it called? I think I would rather. That's a good question. I wasn't expecting to come back to me. This ain't my show. This ain't my show.
Tossing the shit
Josh, we have
back
10 seconds.
How much time we got?
12.
Okay. I'd rather know because I'm a glutton for punishment.
What would you rather have?
I would rather know because I wouldn't be able to deal with like something feeling amiss and not knowing. Like that would bother me. So it's just like, I don't care what it is, like tell me the thing. And then I'd probably regret knowing, but I wouldn't be able to live the other way either.
That's an excellent segue, actually. So, okay. It's an excellent segue. Okay. I have been annoying Morgan because I keep bringing up artificial intelligence and how we can use it for the show. Correct?
Yes.
She says yes. That's hilarious. Why? Okay, so what me and Morgan are about to do is we're gonna have like a team. I don't think it's gonna be like a lot of emotions. I just think I want to just like dump our brains out on this real quick.
Okay.
So first of all, why is that so annoying to you?
No. I'm not annoyed by like the AI thing. The thing that like just doesn't work is trying to use it for the reels as if like that's gonna make things easier when one, we already tried that, and the way that we do the reels is really like specific and based off of like how your brain works, that like it's AI doesn't know you, so like maybe eventually it would get there, but like it's not helpful for me with the reels.
Okay, two things. One is completely unrelated, which is we should for the next segment, can we set up TikTok live on my phone?
Oh, yes.
And just put it, I don't know, I can put it on the tripod or something.
Yeah.
Anyway, but okay, my thought on that is like, here's something that I need to just say out loud to you, which is like, and I'm going to get better about prefacing these things. There are some things that I am just bringing up as like reminders of long-term thinking for us. And there are obviously some things that are urgent. This one feels more like over time, as we have more resources and more whatever, like this is probably something we will want to like bake into our strategy.
I mean, because I already use it for the podcast, like with some of the descriptions and the titles and the timestamps.
Cool.
Yeah.
Great. And like as I'm playing with it and stuff, I'm trying to figure out where the ways that we can implement it, and also like the tools are changing really fast. That's the other thing. So like, even if there was not a tool that would work for us 3 months ago, blah, 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 there might be a tool that works for us 3 months from now. Okay. Now I do want to talk about emotions and AI. Wait, that thus concludes our team brainstorm, unless you have anything else to say about it.
No.
Okay, cool. So, all right, let's talk about artificial intelligence. So I watched the Tyler Perry documentary. This is only related to Tyler Perry in that I think he's like the first. He's an interesting person as a studio head, because he also has a brand as a creative that he stands in front of. And in fact, now that I'm thinking about this, people recently have been asking me, who are you pattern matching to? Who do you want to be like? And I've recently been saying like, I want to be like a way cooler, more creative black version of Gary Vee. But I think there are some things I want to take from Tyler Perry's basket as well. But when you say the name Tyler Perry, it comes with such a connotation that it really, no matter how the person thinks of Tyler Perry, like it evokes a strong feeling in them. Some people, it evokes a strong feeling of distaste. Some people think Tyler Perry is selling something that's not good to black people and selling it in mass to black people and making it without the help of enough black people. Other people, a lot of business people see Tyler Perry as like a major North Star success story of what a creative can do with the right type of business sense and drive and hunger. I see both of those things. Both of those affect my Tyler Perry sensibilities. I'm not going to overtalk the Tyler Perry thing. But he recently said that he is halting or slowing his $800 million studio expansion because he has been learning with the AI tools, and I imagine he has people on his teams who are learning with the AI tools. He's finding ways that he's going to be able to shoot, for example, giant scenes and giant scenery in backdrops by using AI scripts. Everywhere I turn right now, somebody wants to talk to me about artificial intelligence, whether it's talk to me about how I need to be using it and how I should be thinking about what it can do for us, or my more artistic friends want to talk. There's a fear, there's a sadness, there's like a as Leon put it yesterday, he was like, this feels like a get down or lay down moment. Like we as writers, as creatives, whatever, we gotta either learn how to use this thing or we're gonna be toast. Like that's what the feeling is right now. And what I personally feel is every second that I spend being sad about AI and what it might do to creative people, it puts, I personally, why does this happen when I'm in here? Like, it's not like this for the rest of my life. Is it from talking too much? I think I might need to start drinking tea. Give me a second. Can I have that?
Yeah.
This is great for the live audience. I'm sure you guys are enjoying this.
But please make sure to step all the way off.
Okay. Look at this, guys. Look at my book.
I'm gonna fill
There's
a butt.
nothing there. I'm sorry. All right. Okay. Lost my train of thought. Here I go. All right. So
You were talking about creatives and AI. Fear.
every second that I spend not like, let's actually take the, you know what's boring? Talking to people about how much they should be learning to use AI. Like, that's easy. It's been said. We know it. Let's talk about what it's going to take to open up ourselves to even be able and willing to do that. For me, the answer is it's twofold. One thing is just fucking urgency. Like, one thing is like I got a lot of shit to get done all the time, and if robots can help me for cheap, like, I am in the class of people that need that help for the low. And I'm also in the class of people who, if what they give me back does not meet my standard, the robots, then like I'm either going to tweak it until it meets the standard, or I'm not going to give it to y'all. Like, I'm not going to start pumping out bullshit that robots give me. Also, like, and I want to be super clear about this, I don't know if I'm ever, like, when it actually comes to writing as product, like writing my books, writing even my captions, right? Like, I like to think that my writing is too much a personal appendage of me that I don't know if I'm ever going to trust AI to, like, be predictive on how I communicate in writing. Like, writing feels like my connection to you all that is, like, so sturdy that I don't really want I don't want anything else in the middle there. So there's urgency. And then there's another part, which is like survival in evolution. Dude, I don't think I'm going to have a stomach to watch another technological evolution and revolution happen where, in fact, the tools are this is how I feel about social media right now, where the tools are so easy to access and cheap and available to all of us. I don't think I'm going to be able to stomach watching white people rise to the top of that again. And I just watch. And I just watch because I'm so fucking sad about I'm so sad because I'm such an artist and like art's supposed to be made by people. Like I just don't think I can do it. I don't think I can stomach that. I feel too competitive as a person in that particular way. I don't think I can't watch Hollywood as it is have a complete revolution with this technology and the leadership of it look exactly like Hollywood looked when you needed a fucking $800 million studio lot to go shoot some shit. I just don't think I can take it. And you know what? I can take it if I try and it still happens. I can take it, like if I actually put my foot in it and it doesn't work out. Morgan, well, actually, I called. Why are you laughing?
Just you and that wand. I wish the podcast people could see the fucking wand.
Well, then they should watch on YouTube Live and they should watch our reels because it's going to be in there. Do you like it?
No, it's fun.
Okay, I think it's pretty fun. I feel like Mickey Mouse in The Sorcerer's Apprentice. Okay, so I called my friend. I'm going to call him my executive advisor the other day because I think that's a title that he feels good about. I called him the other day. I said, hey, I made this like 80-second or 70-second video I put into the thingamabobber. Did I already talk about this on the show? I put into the
You mean the image?
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
the
It was a video
jellyfish guy?
generator.
Yeah,
Yes. I talked about it already?
Yeah.
Okay. I said, make me I want to see a video where a black man with dreadlocks transforms into a jellyfish. That's what I asked it for. And it gave me this video that was like weird as shit. And but I called my friend to say to him, I said, what do you think is going to happen? How do you think my audience will respond if I put this video out, if I put this on my Instagram? And it's honestly so funny that like the way I now think about my Instagram, I'm like treating it as if it is like a giant football stadium full of people basically. But I was like, how do you think it will feel if I give this to the people on my Instagram? And he's like, I don't know, but he said it's worth testing by asking them how are they going to feel. So I go to stories, I say, hey, I'm experimenting with AI. How will you guys feel if I start sharing some of the stuff I'm experimenting with on my Instagram? And I want to say like 85% of the people said, or I said, do you want me to share what I'm experimenting with on my Instagram? That 85% of the people said yes. So I said, great. I sat down and I wrote out this long ass caption about it. And I put it out there. And what I told myself was, as long as I'm being honest with people and super open about how I'm using these tools, I think people will feel safe to come along for the ride. And then Morgan sent me today something that was reassuring in that vein, which was, Morgan, can you read me that thingy-mabobber you sent me?
Yeah. It was a new study by Yahoo and Publicis Media shows that transparency will go a long way towards closing the gap between consumers and advertisers when it comes to AI. The study, Trust Through Transparency, the Future of AI and Advertising, polled that 1,200 consumers and over 350 U.S. advertisers, finding that 77% of advertisers view AI positively, but only 38% of consumers share that sentiment. But brands can build trust through transparency. The study showed that AI-generated ads with notice disclosures increases brand perceptions and caused a 47% lift in ad appeal, a 73% rise in ad trustworthiness, and a 96% increase in overall trust for the company.
So here's what I took that to mean. I actually can read. I read that and I understood it. And I'm like, it's so nice to be able to read something and understand. What I took that to mean is this. And it's going to be basic and it's going to be shit y'all already know, but let me just say it out loud to make the point. Advertisers, people who spend literally millions of dollars to create content that will help drive you all to click things, buy things, go to things, attend things. Those people are excited about these tools that will allow them to make those things a lot cheaper, to cut out people like the people sitting in this room who will usually charge them thousands of dollars, or in some cases hundreds of thousands of dollars, to produce those things. They are happy that they will not necessarily have to work with us human beings anymore to make that shit. They will have some person on staff who is like the AI content generator, chief of AI content generation. They'll have 2 or 3 people underneath them who really understand well how to put a script into an AI generator that returns what you want. They'll tweak till they get it how they want it, and they'll shoot it off. They'll send out 100 of those things, and the ones that are returning or that are matriculating enough people from their audience to the product they want to sell, those ones they will continue to spend money to advertise, to like push into the advertising channels, such as Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, etc. That's almost the exact same thing we're doing with the Reels, except with robots making the content. The advertisers, of course, are excited about that. On the other side, the consumer, less so. And I actually want to spend like 2 seconds right here thinking about, why is the consumer less so? Like, why is the consumer less comfortable, less trusting of the advertisers to use those tools in that way? I think one is that, like, you know, this is going to be a weird example, but I think it's going to make sense. I don't think there's any reason today. This is smart. I like Chad. This is a good one. This wand is giving me brilliance. Okay. I don't think there's any reason why we actually have to have human beings working at McDonald's anymore. I think the reason, I'm not saying any moral reason. I'm saying I don't think McDonald's has a reason why they need human beings handing you a bag with your Happy Meal in it. I think the reason why that is the case is because human beings want to see that another human being was a part of the process of, like, we are trusting that if something terrible or gross or poisonous is happening in that restaurant, that a human will see it, will notice it, and will be like, I cannot serve this to you. I can't. I just saw a roach walk across this. I cannot morally hand this to another human being. And with robots, we do not have that trust. I think the same is so for our content. I think people want to believe that if there is a nefarious, that even if it tests well, even if it's good enough to make us buy something, we want to believe that a human being somewhere in the creative process, in the marketing channel process, in the distribution process, someone will halt the brakes and be like, wait a second, that's poison. Like, don't distribute that. And when the robots take over the creativity process, we don't have that anymore. Disney, likely to be bought by Apple or Amazon. If and when that happens, I was listening to something 2 days ago that said Wall Street is poking at Disney because they're like, if Disney wants to be taken serious as a tech company, then they need to ... They need to embrace AI. Disney's not supposed to be a tech company. Disney is supposed to be a creative factory, but it is a tech company now, and it wants to be, I think, bought by tech companies. And those tech companies, the moment that they have the handles on Disney, are going to say, how can we make this process as seamless as possible and stick some robots in where we have human beings sitting there? And at that point, the robots will truly be the ones speaking and talking directly to your children. And there won't be a human being saying, is this okay for kids to watch? And that's already happening in large part. But we like the idea that there's a person somewhere around there who can, like, a person somewhere who will be like, this one is dangerous for kids. I know the data's saying it's okay, but like something here just doesn't feel right. And so, like, where that leaves me with AI is it feels inevitable. It feels inevitable that some computer is going to run 1,000 different versions of Teletubbies, distribute them all instantly, and measure how many of your kids' eyeballs are staring at the screen and how many of them are leaving. I want to tell you, that's already happening. But because I know that's inevitable, like, I want to get on the right side of the control switch on this thing. Like, that's what I want. I'm not gonna trust another swath of 10 white billionaires deciding like what we're gonna do with AI. Like, I want to see some other types of people with their hands on the controls. All right, that's it. Let's play some music. When we come back, I'm gonna talk about my comments on Instagram. All right, welcome back. We just tried to figure out TikTok Live. Weird. Sending me a weird message. TikTok has been able to access your entire photo library for 6 months. Do you want to continue to allow full access? Sure. Whatever. Okay. I am about to embark on a journey into the abyss.
Okay.
Okay. I am about to embark on a challenge to myself to respond to every comment on my Instagram from the last 2 months.
Every comment?
Every comment.
I love this challenge.
I know you do.
I love this challenge.
I am afraid.
So good. This is so good for many reasons.
Okay.
Both business-wise and entertainment-wise.
The entertainment value will be there.
The entertainment value will be high? Okay. Let's take, all right. Morgan, what do you predict will be the outcome of this journey?
I predict that you'll get in maybe like 10 online spats, like going back and forth, and maybe like get somewhat of a cult following. Like, well, people like will appreciate your willingness to like try to change people's minds, I guess. Maybe.
Interesting.
Or you'll change one person's mind.
Cult sounds fun. I like that. Okay. All right. Josh?
You're going to get a lot more listeners and people tuning in, and you're going to get a lot more people following you from it. I think that's mostly why I'm excited that you're going to do this. Okay. And then secondly, I just look forward to seeing the mess that happens.
How do you think it will affect me emotionally?
A lot. Because you're sensitive.
In what ways in particular?
You're gonna be, what's it called? I think it'll make you really happy at times. I think it'll make you really sad at times.
Oh, no.
I doubt it'll make you that angry. I think it'll make you feel very hyped to get in front of the mic sometimes. Okay. I think we're gonna get a full cornucopia of Chad feelings. That's what I predict.
Okay, Morgan, how do you think it will affect me emotionally?
I think it's gonna be very draining for you and will make you probably a little sad.
Damn!
Also, because Josh is right, you are sensitive, but in the best way. But but then I think also maybe you'll make a friend. Like you'll make a couple friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't be in there like that. I mean, do you look at my comments?
Yeah.
On a scale of like, kind and harmless to like totally eviscerating and mean, how far does it go on the scale?
I would say like a 5.
Okay.
Yeah. No one's ever like, he's a weird face. Nobody's like saying things like that. Like no one's like attacking you like as a person.
Okay.
Like, yeah, it's all about your like opinions. At least I think. I haven't seen anything.
I've been feeling pretty excited about embarking on this journey because I like the interaction on the stories with the questions, and I see how they have like I feel like a community building, and I'm like, okay, now that these people who like me are talking to me, I want to go talk to the people who are mean. But I know they're not all mean. Like,
yeah, no.
Sometimes
it's not even mean. It's just like disagreeing with you.
Right. I think what I have noticed when I peek is like, it never seems like anyone is saying anything, with a few exceptions, which I think are bots. It never looks like anyone is saying anything that is completely off base. Mm-hmm. I think the way that people communicate disagreement on the internet is really tragic. Like, the tone is so tragic. It's like, it's like for the one that's about biracial people in advertisements, it's like someone will jump in and be like, well, who the fuck cares what white people think? And I'm like, okay, well, if you put it like that, I guess that's the end of the conversation. Like, I guess there's nothing else to talk about here. But I'm interested to see what it feels a little bit like product development, like going in and like talking to your users kind of. And like, I hope it will help us grow faster. I hope it will make more people follow and tune in.
It should.
I think it will. I think it has to, right?
Even from people I know, I love when I get a like on my comment. like if I like comment on someone's thing and then they like it, it's like, oh, like you saw it, like, you know, like
you see me.
So it even means more coming from like someone you don't know or someone you might admire. So you going further than that and commenting back is gonna be nice for people.
When you say you think I'll make a friend,
yeah,
what sort of friend do you mean, Morgan?
Like a regular, like an online friend.
Interesting.
A pen
That's
pal?
very Gen Z of you.
Pal. There are online friends.
Yes.
People you've never met that you follow and you like each other's pictures and you just like never go in person.
Do you have some of those?
I have like one. So this random girl who she posts really cool stuff, but like we've never DM'd or met or anything, but we just tend to like each other's stuff. She feels like an online friend. Like I feel like I could DM her at some point and be like, "Hi."
She's your friend.
Cool.
Sorta.
Like, yeah.
Okay. Did the AI guy get back to us?
No.
What the fuck?
I think it was. I don't know. Maybe
think
he
he just
was
wanted our
AI.
data?
Yeah.
Bastard. That's fine.
And by our data, I gave him my data somehow, probably.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Damn. Well, okay, fair enough. All right. I got 5 minutes here. Morgan, which one of these things do you want to talk about?
The Trump sneakers.
All right, the Trump sneakers.
So crazy.
Donald Trump. What did he do again? Hold on. Sneakers, because he did some other crazy shit recently. Yes. He, on Fox News, talking to Raymond Arroyo.
No, Raymond Arroyo is the... Trump wasn't on the news. They were just talking about his sneakers.
Oh, yeah. Raymond Arroyo. I'm sorry. This is excellent reporting by me. Raymond Arroyo on Fox News said of Donald Trump that black people... He resonates with us because we love his sneakers.
Yes.
Okay, so...
Do you want to play that clip?
No, I don't, because we only have a couple minutes, and this is and it was like a while ago at this point. Like people have probably heard it. Here's what I want to say, because I also heard Donald Trump say to a large group. He was at like the Black conservative something or other group, and he was saying how like he's been persecuted, and he knows that we feel him on that because we've been persecuted. I was out last night and someone asked me a question about how black people are able to, how being black and being afraid, like fear, how like fear of things that can happen to us as black people in real life, how does that affect our work? And being honest, I thought it was I don't know what the right word is without being overly blunt. I don't want to offend this person, but I thought it was a bad question. I think any question about that takes a group of 30 million people and aims to try to like block us all in as one thing is a bad question. Like human beings relate to fear differently. Like some people fear makes them feel bolder. Some people fear makes them feel sheepish. Some people fear makes them feel excited or exhilarated. Like we all have different responses to fear. So I can't say how fear affects black people at work. This kind of dumbass shit about sneakers and like I am at the current moment, I think honestly from being in dialogue with so many white people who have come over to my platform from other stuff I've worked on, I'll just say. Frustrated is not even the word. I am noticing how little nuance there is in the way that people distinguish between us. Like how little nuance there is in the understanding of how many different types of black people there are. There are 3 extremely different types of black people in this room right now. And I think to the eye that is unintelligent, ignorant, and not discerning, you look to just like, I don't think anybody in here has on like super fancy new sneakers. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You look to like paint us all with one brush. Somebody asked me on Instagram, do you see yourself ending up with a black woman, a white woman, or neither. And even like a question like that is it's like so beside the point of my humanity and of like that woman's humanity. If you know what I mean? It's like, I don't know. I'm single. Like, I don't know who the fuck I'm gonna end up with. Like, I'm not like You're asking me to try to predict a decision using extremely primary colors and basic building blocks, and that's because like you don't see me as anything with detail. Like, you don't see me as something that is nuanced and subtle and like changing and shifting and all these other things. So that sneaker shit, like, that's the extremely dumb shit that is just like a part of everyday life for us, which is the thing where they're like, oh man, and I know I'm generalizing too, but like it happens all the time. It's like, Morgan, I think we've talked about this. It's like, oh, you're gonna love my friend Tranvillaquan. Like, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna love Tranvillaquan so much. He's really he's so smart. I mean, he's really articulate. Like, he's kind of like you. Like, he's just so cool, you know? Like, you're gonna love him. 99 times out of 100, also, by the way, when you meet that person, they suck.
That's a fact.
They always suck.
That's a fact.
Like, that other black friend is always a terrible hang. Like, so, actually, I just want to, because y'all can hear me. I will not like your other black friend. Don't introduce us. Do not connect us. I will not hang up. I will not pick up the phone. I will not text back. I won't like them, okay? That's it. Thank you. This has been Nothing But Anarchy. We'll see y'all on Tuesday at noon. And what do we want them to do? Anything? Oh, I have a creative workshop for aspiring writers, podcasters, TV writers, anybody who has a creative project that feels stuck and wants to get their thing unstuck. I have a creative workshop on Wednesday, March 6th, next week. You can sign up at the link on my Instagram. It's in my bio. See y'all in the comments. Goodbye.